back to the channel, and to what proves to be the most exciting match of the Ultimate Conquest season.
He's got many faces.
The match nobody saw coming.
I look forward to seeing this one.
House of Dragon versus freaking Dracarys, Round 2. A rematch between the two titans. The first match was close, with HD falling to FFS in the end. Will HD have what it takes to pull out the upset, to dash everyone's hopes, to beat the odds? Let's find out.
They're coming.
A little disclaimer, I was not actually able to participate in this match. Fortunately for me, a friend was able to record the match and get me a copy for editing. Shout out to Jersey, I appreciate you. Let's begin. Per usual, the match starts out with a race to capture the 4 beginning buildings: the Mother, the Warrior, and the 2 outposts. HD succeeds in taking the Warrior and the near outpost, while FFS gets the Mother and the far outpost. Unfortunately, tragedy strikes only moments later, and we fumble the swap at the Warrior, and elect to keep Problemka in the near outpost, as a swap would be risky, sending him reinforcements. The first target is the Warrior. The call to set rallies goes out. However, during that process, Problemka is hammered and we end up losing the near outpost. But the rallies are a success, getting Neo in the Warrior to hold. With just over a minute until the ports open, we focus in and call for rallies to be set, this time on the Targaryen outpost. Having timed the rallies with the race, we take the building for ourselves, as well as both ports, holding the Warrior, the far outpost, the far port, and the near port. With Val having won the race for the far port, we want to make the swap. The call is made and executed flawlessly, getting Zarathus in the building, quickly followed by reinforcements. We turn our attention to the Warrior, where FFS has sent rallies. We call for reinforcements, but are unable to hold the building, giving it up to Queen of Sin. While waiting for the Warrior to open, FFS is able to take the far outpost right from under us, giving them a 4-building swing. With the bubbles having dropped in the ports, Problemka is starting to take damage, and rallies have been set. With rallies sent and timing excellent, FFS take the port for themselves with Tomasius. Meanwhile, rallies of our own have been sent on the Warrior to try to remove Queen of Sin from the building. Unfortunately, our timing is off, and we are not able to take her out of the building. We now turn our attention to Casterly Rock, where the race is on. HD takes the building for themselves with Valraven, and prepares to swap Neo into the building. After a successful swap, immediately followed by reinforcements, we prepare to defend the building with our lives, as FFS follows with rally after rally, nearly taking Neo out of the building. After narrowly avoiding the loss of Casterly, a set of rallies of our own hits, and we're able to take the near port for ourselves. With Zarathus in the far port, Neo in Casterly, and Dopop in the near port, we send and speed the rallies and capture the Warrior with Mudkip. Shortly thereafter, FFS released their rallies on Casterly Rock, and unfortunately for us, are able to take Neo out of the building. The battle continues after the loss of Casterly, with the strongholds opening, FFS taking the lower stronghold, while HD takes the top stronghold. We then split our focus, as we have rallies set on the near outpost, and FFS has rallies set on the near port with Dopop. FFS are just a little bit faster and release their rallies, proving to be too much, taking the building for themselves. After losing the port, we hope to make a building heist of our own, but unfortunately, whether it be due to poor timing or just power in general, we are not able to remove only Kaiser from the near outpost. Meanwhile, solos have been going off at the near port, and after a few moments, they prove successful, getting wartime in the building to hold, followed by reinforcements. Next, we set our eyes on Casterly Rock, hoping to take the building for ourselves. Rally set and sent, we call to speed, and after a few tense moments, we prove successful, getting the plague in the building. At this time, it's still anyone's game, as HD's only leading by 2,000 points. The next target on the list is the Warrior, as we really need to remove the base attack bonus that FFS is getting. The call to rally goes out. With Rally's full, sent, and sped, we're able to take the Warrior for ourselves. Envoy in the building to hold. Unfortunately, while we took the Warrior, FFS was able to take the near port. The next call to rally goes out, this time for the Temple of the Mother. With the rally's full set and sent, they speed him in to prove ineffectual, unfortunately bouncing. The next call to arms goes out as FFS have sent rallies on Envoy and the Warrior. With poor reinforcements on our part, FFS is able to take the building. With the loss of the Warrior, we turn our attention to rally the Mother. With the rallies set, sent, and sped, they prove effectual, taking the Mother for HD. There proves to be no rest for the wicked, however, and we are forced to defend Casterly Rock as soon as we take the Mother. The plague barely holding on, keeping the building for HD with a successful defense. This defense would prove to be vital as we are still down 4,000 points at the time. The next to rally is going to be the Warrior. We set, send, and speed the rallies, being mindful of the Mother, as they are rallying the Mother back to back, barbed wire barely holding on. Meanwhile, we were able to take the Warrior and then swiftly set up on the Lannister port, taking it with Immortal. The point gap is still large, however, and HD need to lock in if they want any chance of winning. The next defense is at the Mother, unfortunately losing it to FFS. They have the advantage going in. Horatius takes the far outpost, and we elect to keep him in the building as he will be highly difficult to kick. With Immortal and Zartus in the ports and Crimson in the Warrior, there's only 9 minutes to go until the mines open. It's go time, now or never. HD needs more points, and what better way to do it than to rally Casterly Rock. With the rally set and sent, we are able to take it for HD, ensuring a nice point swing in our favor. However, this change would not last very long, as FFS would immediately follow up by taking the Warrior. Not to be discouraged, we immediately rally the Mother. However, FFS has taken the opportunity to set up rallies of their own, sending on the near port, and unfortunately for us, are able to take Immortal out of the building. However, our rallies prove effectual, taking the Mother. Next up is the Tower of the Warrior. It's looking like a nice blue map for now, as we go into a defense at the far port with Zartus, one of our strongest accounts. FFS sends the rallies, and they prove ineffectual against his stout defense. With that successful defense, HD bears down with now a point lead of nearly 4,000. However, FFS takes Casterly Rock, attempting to claw back the point lead they had earlier in the match. Next up is a defense of the Warrior, Envoy attempting to hold it for HD. Their attacks prove ineffectual in knocking him out of the building. The call to solo the near port goes out, as well as the call to rally. With rallies set and sent, and a quick peek at our most recent asset loss, the rallies prove effectual, taking the port for ourselves, getting Raymond in the building. Now, with only 2 minutes left until the mines, it really is crunch time. HD needs to bear down and take both buildings for themselves, as the lead is more narrow than a gnat's snatch. HD comes away with both of the mines, getting Stormer in the far mine and prepare to swap, getting Envoy in the building to hold, perfectly timing this stratagem to get extra reinforcements. Next is a defense of our mine. However, it proves ineffectual, getting Joseph in the building for FFS. The point gap may seem large, but FFS are not giving up, immediately turning around and rallying Envoy out of the mine, holding it for themselves. HD does a quick rally on the far mine, but FFS uses the stratagem giving them one more minute to hold. HD can't win if we don't take back the mine, so we set up rallies and immediately take it back, getting the plague in the building. FFS send rallies, but the plague proves to be a wall. We then decide to rally the Lannister port. Once again, the plague defending the far mine. Over and over, they attempted to take him out of the building, but the plague proved effectual, not allowing FFS to take the building. With the points now drained from the mines, HD, being down only 400 points, set our sights on Casterly Rock. After sending the rallies and speeding them in, with a tense moment, we are able to take the building for HD, nearly guaranteeing the victory. Now, with Supreme Vady in Casterly Rock, and nearly 4 minutes with a bubble, the only thing left to do is hold, which Gordon Pacha proves very effectual at doing. FFS rally him 3 times, attempting to knock him out of the port, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. However, HD proves too strong and the reinforcements too great, keeping Gordon in the building and the win for HD, shocking everyone. And there you have it, the outcome almost no one saw coming. And when I mean almost no one, that means almost everyone in HD didn't even believe that we would come out on top. But here we are, messing everyone's predictions up, one rally at a time. As always, if you liked what you saw and you want to see more, please leave a like, maybe a comment, hit that subscribe button or smash the bell so you're notified when our next video comes out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will probably not do much PvP content moving forward, but yeah, until next time.